Hi y'all, this is Queenie Liam and welcome back to my channel. This video is my 2-month update of my DIY Microlocs installation. In this video, I'll also give you details on my second full head retie, and I'm going to give you notes on how I repair some of my locks, because some of my locks actually did need some repair. So if you want to continue following my journey, just make sure to subscribe below and click that notification bell. So I was going to wait to actually retie my hair until after I started this video so that you could see a before and an after for, my hair grown out versus my hair freshly retied. But I was really tired this week. Also, on Friday I had a runny nose, so I went home a little bit early because I wasn't feeling very well. So if you start feeling sick in New York City right now because of everything that's going on, you're supposed to stay home. You're supposed to quarantine yourself if you feel ill. And I didn't know when I would get the energy back to actually want to do other things. And I noticed that some of the locks in the back had actually started slipping. When there's something bad going on in my hair, I immediately want to fix it. So I was thinking about that. So I just decided to start my second full head retie. Today I actually feel a little bit better. I have some energy back. I don't know if I feel well enough to go for a jog or anything, but I feel okay enough to sit in a chair and talk for a little bit. So I just wanted to shoot this video since it is time for my 2-month update, since yesterday was March 21st and today is March 22nd. So the next time that I retie my hair in its entirety, I will shoot both before and after I finish so that you guys can see a full comparison of what it looks like before and after. So looking at my hair right now, you can actually easily see which ones are retied and which ones still are just showing their new growth. So I'll show you right now. So these ones on the bottom are the ones that I retied. And then all of these ones on the top are the ones that have new growth. One at a time. I like to love you every day. I like to love you, I like to love you, if I may. I like to love you, I like to love you. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. So I had to repair this part of my hair. So specifically it was the ones down here. So this one, for example, was one that I had to repair because it was spongy and there were gaps in it. So you want your hair to feel like a tight rope. So because these ones down here felt kind of spongy and had gaps in it, I decided to repair them. And that was also one of the reasons why I had decided to do my retie at 4 weeks rather than 6 weeks, because I already noticed that there were some things going on in the back and I just wanted to handle them as soon as possible. It's really just the various ones in the back. This is another one. That needed some repair. It was kind of bubbling out in places. So what I do when I repair them is basically I just take wherever I find sponginess. Let's say there's a spongy bubble. They're gone now, but let's say there was just a spongy bubble here. I would take the hair with the needle and I'd put it through that point and I'd pull it through, and that reduced that spongy bubble that you found on the lock. And that's what I don't want, because I want my lock to look uniform and cylindrical all the way down once they're mature. I don't want any weird bumps or bubbles in my hair. So next, let's talk about fuzziness. You can see in the front, the edges of my hair, there's definitely a lot of fuzziness. I don't really mind what it looks like on the lock themselves though. That doesn't bother me. It's mostly just what's going on in the front, and I think that's because I have so many small little hairs. They're not inside of the lock yet because I had breakage up there, because all of the previous hairstyles that I've had have put some type of tension on the front of my hair. So this style I think has been a lot better because now they're finally starting to grow out. As you can see in the front, these ones are starting to get longer finally. Like this, I'll be able to either put into a lock or make a lock of its own. I'll probably end up putting it into a couple locks. But they're actually getting some length. And then on the fuzziness for the ones that I retied, I think it's less noticeable. Okay, let's talk about lint. I have noticed lint sometimes, but still very rarely. And I haven't done the shake in a while, so I'm gonna do one right now. What a lot of people still ask me is, have you used any oil or moisturizer? And at my 2-month update, I still have not used a drop of oil or moisturizer. Let's talk about itchiness. Have I experienced any itchiness? No, I've experienced no itchiness. So as of yet, I have not put any oil nor moisturizer in my hair. My hair has only touched water and shampoo for the past 2 months. And you know, my hair is really soft. It doesn't feel itchy or hard or tough. It doesn't feel dry. I think if anything, finally my acid mantle has a chance to travel down my hair shaft and my hair is just being moisturized by what is naturally on my scalp. Quickly, let's talk about my ends. I have found some buds. Let me see if I can find some for you. Well, kind of a bud, starting to be a bud. Oh, here we go. Some of my ends have buds on them, none have closed all the way. The ones that are, I think, forming the best, I would say, are the ones in the back and the middle, because I think that's where I had the least breakage. They're nowhere near closed up yet. I'm only at the 2-month mark, so I don't expect to have them closed up yet. I'm hoping that I might see some ends closing around month 6. Maybe that's way too early, but we'll see. Let me know what y'all think. I would like to hear what y'all have to say. Okay, so now we can jump back into my retie. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I do that full head retie and how I section my hair for my retie. So because I did a grid and I made sure that the front lines lined up with the back lines, I have been sectioning my hair during my reties like this. So I've just been going 1 lock at a time, horizontally for each individual row until I reach the end, and then I just start on a new one. So as you can see, I started this way, and the next one to work on is this one. So I'm going to show you as I do a lock. So first, I use my duckbill clip and I just try to pin the hair near it out of the way. Then I wrap the hair around the base of my lock and try to feel for any hair that might be coming from any other lock. Then I just put it through. And because it's only been 4 weeks, I only really need to do 1 rotation. Okay, so 2 quick notes. 1, I did not spray my hair with water before I retied because last time I did that, I felt like it caused a couple more mistakes that I think needed to happen because my hair was wet and my hair was starting to shrink. So I'm doing this to my hair dry. I'll let you know next time if anything happened as a result that I can see of my hair being dry versus my hair being wet. So right now my hair is dry, note 1. And note number 2, I am human and I do make mistakes when it comes to doing this retie. So sometimes what will happen is that the hair from this lock might end up in this lock, and then you'll have a strand of hair that's pulling across. Rather than pulling that hair out by separating the locks with my hand very hard, I take a pair of scissors and I just cut it in the middle. What I notice is that when I pull that hair, the lock that it's inside of will scrunch up, and I think that that hurts the integrity of the overall lock. So I stopped doing that. Instead, I'm cutting, and I hope it doesn't cause any issues like with the base of the lock. I'm really trying to be more careful, but I've gotten better at not doing that, really just by using this one little duckbill clip, and I think also doing it in straight rows. So now I'm gonna finish that whole row.
I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you night and day, if I may. like to love you.
Okay, all done. I just finished that entire row. So now I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my hair, and when you see me next, I'll have completed my second full head retie. Okay, so I finished my full head retie, and I'm going to pull it down for you right now.
I like to love you night and day, if I may. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you, I like to love you, if I may. I like to love you,
So I know a lot of people don't like middle parts, but the reason why it's like this right now is because I use my center part as my north. So this is what I use basically as my compass to figure out which way I want them to lie. So whenever I retie my hair, I leave it like this for a little while, because if I try to part it like this, and if I like really try to force my hair down, the hairs will pull out. So right now, this is what my hair looks like. And I think eventually I would really like to wear my hair with a middle part when my hair is long. That's one of the looks that I like most about Sister Locks. So when we get there. So what you'll see up front is that the little white bulbs you'll see are the follicles of my hair, like when your hair naturally falls out. So there's nothing I can really do about that. I might have to find some kind of dye that matches my hair color if I really get annoyed by the follicles that remain in the lock. But for now, I'm just going to ignore them. So it took me somewhere around 12 to 14 hours. I gotta admit, I didn't actually time it this time because, like I said earlier, I've been sick. And before I go, if any of you guys are interested in where I got this awesome locked shirt and y'all want to rep, this is from Johnny J's World. So I'll put the link for where I got the shirt in the description box below. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, as always, leave them in the comment section below. And if you liked watching this video and you want to continue following my journey, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, that's all.